The wind howled across the empty plains, carrying with it the whispers of betrayal and pain. Beneath the fading light of a dying sun, a young woman stumbled through the desert, barefoot, broken, and abandoned. Her name was Ayanna. Her tribe had left her to die, bound by a cruel tradition that cast out those accused of betrayal. But she had done nothing wrong, only loved the wrong man. Her lips were cracked, her skin burned beneath the cruel sun, and every step she took left a mark of desperation in the sand. The world around her, blurred as dust, danced like ghosts in the evening air. She could still hear the echo of their drums fading in the distance, the sound of her own people turning their backs forever. She whispered to herself, maybe this is how the desert takes me. Quiet, slow, forgotten. But fate had other plans. As the night crawled in, and the stars lit the sky like cold silver eyes, a horse's hoofbeats broke the silence. Slow, steady, and sure, like a heartbeat returning to life. Out of the darkness rode a man on a chestnut stallion, his hat low, his eyes sharp with purpose. His name was Colt McGraw, a rancher, a drifter, and a man with a past he never spoke of. When he saw her lying near the dunes, he stopped, dismounted, and knelt beside her. Easy now, he whispered, brushing dust from her face. You're still breathing. That means you still got a fight left in you. Ayanna's vision blurred, but she saw the outline of his face, weathered, kind, and strong. She wanted to speak, but only a whisper escaped. Why, would you help me? He looked toward the horizon, where the moon painted the sand in silver. "'Cause I know what it's like to be left behind," he said softly. He lifted her gently onto his horse, wrapping her in his worn jacket. The scent of leather and smoke surrounded her as he rode toward his ranch miles away. The wind now carrying a promise instead of pain. The ranch lay in a valley, between the hills, a place where the night sang with the hum of crickets and the smell of hay lingered in the air. He laid her on a cot inside the barn, lit a lantern, and poured her a drink of water. She drank slowly, her eyes filled with both fear and wonder. "You're safe here," Colt said quietly, tending to her wounds with a gentleness that surprised even himself. "Ain't nobody gonna find you unless you want 'em to." She watched him in silence. There was something in his eyes, a loneliness that mirrored her own. Two souls, both broken by the world, now standing at the edge of something neither could name. Days passed. The desert sun rose and fell, painting the sky in shades of fire and peace. Ayanna slowly regained her strength, helping with chores, feeding the horses, learning the quiet rhythm of the ranch. And with each sunrise she found herself watching. Colt a little longer, how he moved with calm determination, how his silence spoke more than words. One evening, as the sky bled crimson over the horizon, she asked, "Do you ever wonder if the past can forgive us?" He looked at her for a long time before answering. "I don't reckon the past forgives, darling, but maybe it lets go if we stop holding on to it." His words struck deep, and for the first time, Ayanna felt something she thought she'd lost forever, hope. But the peace wouldn't last. Far beyond the valley, her tribe was searching. They had realized that the woman they cast out might still be alive, and to them that was a threat to their pride, a sin that needed to be erased. That night, as the wind shifted and the wolves howled from the hills, Colt stood outside the barn, his hand resting on his revolver. He didn't know who was coming, but he could feel the storm brewing. Inside, Ayanna woke to the sound of distant drums, familiar, haunting and terrifying. She whispered, trembling, "They're coming for me." Colt stepped inside, his eyes steady. "Then they'll have to go through me first." The lantern's light flickered, casting long shadows across the wooden walls. In that silence between heartbeats, two souls, one saved, one saving, prepared to face the ghosts of their past. And as the wind carried the sound of hooves across the plains, the promise of redemption rode beside it.